November is here, and with it a chance to honor veterans and thank God for those that have placed their lives on the line to protect people. Our psalm sequence, Psalm 144, gives us the perfect opportunity to look at how the Lord uses warriors and those trained for combat to protect his people and point even in a greater way beyond this age toward the Lord, Jesus as the ultimate conqueror and the one who fights for us and then wins the battle for us and preserves his people for all eternity. Let's take a look at Psalm 144 as a way of thinking devotionally and thinking about the way God uses military personnel to establish his purposes. David was a trained warrior. He understood the importance of being equipped, and he gave credit to God for that training. Psalm 144, praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. David was a rare combination of a poet, a musician, a warrior, a general, a battle-hardened king and conqueror that way. Rare combination. He understood that the Lord had trained him for battle, but he also had a great grasp of the love of the Lord and love from the Lord. He was not wimpy at all, but he loved the Lord greatly, and he loved people greatly. Verse 3, O Lord, what is man that you care for him, the son of man that you think of him? Man is like a breath, his days are like a fleeting shadow. Part your heavens, O Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains so that they smoke. Send forth lightning and scatter the enemies. Shoot your arrows and rout them. Reach down your hand from on high. Deliver me and rescue me from the mighty warriors, from the hands of foreigners whose mouths are full of lies, whose right hands are deceitful. David understood the Lord was his warrior and had fought for him. He was going to persevere in fighting for the Lord's purposes as well. We honor veterans who put their lives on the line for our country, and we think of them as being instruments, being ministers of God for righteousness. And there's a promise in Psalm 144 that this military service, this being trained for war, equipped to be a killer, all of that is not in vain or counter to God's purposes. God uses warriors to establish peace and give a blessing. And here it is in chapter 144, verse 12. Then our sons in their youth will be like well-nurtured plants, and our daughters will be like pillars carved to adorn a palace. Our barns will be filled with every kind of provision. Our sheep will increase by thousands, by tens of thousands in our fields. Our oxen will draw heavy loads. There will be no breaching of walls, no going into captivity, no cry of distress in our streets. Blessed are the people of whom this is true. Blessed are the people whose God is the Lord. Warriors, veterans, you have been part of giving peace to me and to my family, and I thank you, and establishing God's peace in this country. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. In an even greater way, the Lord is our perfect warrior who one day will bring about ultimate peace, the end of evil, and prosperity and peace forevermore in the new heavens and the new earth. We get to participate in the preparation and the kingdom work right now as God brings about his purpose of peace forevermore.